Alright guys, we're gonna make some cheesy bread inspired by Kimmy's Creation. She's a great cook on YouTube and social media platforms. Go check her out. I'm gonna try to reinvent her cheesy garlic bread. What I've already done is minced up my garlic. I'll probably chop it a little finer. Melt my butter, chop up my butter, and I'll melt that butter and garlic together. Over here we got mozzarella, Kobe Jack, and shredded cheese. About to get with it. Okay, butter sliced up. Slice it up so when I put it in the microwave, it can melt faster. Mince garlic in. Once it comes out of the microwave, I'll add some a little bit of salt and some parsley. Okay, guys, we've melted the butter. We got our parsley and salt in the butter. So this is what we're going to use when we moisten up our bread, okay, when we put our flavoring on the bread. So, cut it in the diamond shape. So make sure you don't go all the way through. We're gonna slice the bread like this, and then we're gonna come back and cut it crosswise, or we make diamond shapes. And then we're gonna put this this garlic butter sauce and cheese in between the bread. So that's kind of what we'll be looking like right there. We'll brush each one of these little crevices with our garlic butter sauce and stuff the cheese in there. And we're gonna wrap it up in the foil. Put it in the oven on 425 for about 30 minutes, and then we'll uncover it for about 3 and let it golden brown. Let it get golden brown. So what I'm doing is just gonna brush the top right now, and then we'll add the cheese in the center. Get that all throughout the bread. Don't worry if you don't get it, because we're gonna pour the rest of it over the bread anyway. But just make sure you're trying to get all those crevices soaked, okay? Then you know we want to stuff our cheese in there. Like I said, we want to get the cheese in there. Nice and cheesy. Cheese in every pool. Where we accomplish that is by putting it in each cut, each crevice. That's my oven back there. It's ready for the bread. Okay, so then we'll move that to foil. Some on the top. Something nice right there. You can smell that fresh garlic, parsley in there. We'll get a nice melt on that Velveeta cheese. Up nice and tight. And we're gonna put it in our 425 oven for 30 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, just took the cheese, just took the bread out. We're gonna hit it with a little more of our butter and garlic sauce, and I'll put it back in the oven for about 2 or 3 minutes on 425. But yeah, that looks amazing. All right, I just slathered, I just slathered that butter garlic sauce all over the bread. I'm gonna put it back in the oven on 425, uncovered for 3 minutes.
Hi, this is Lena Bird Miles, and you're watching Tea and Worship right here on Hope TV.
One thing that we talked about last week is about the disparity between African Americans when it comes to diseases such as Alzheimer's and dementia.
There's over 70 types of dementias that's out there, and Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia. And so you can have problems with your memory, so memory loss. You can have problems with language. So there's something called expressive aphasia, where you can't get out the right words. You're calling the microwave, the remote control. You have problem-solving issues and other thinking abilities. That is what sums up and falls under dementia.
Rosemary salt. If you look down at your ingredients, we're gonna have some rosemary, some sage, some thyme, a couple of cloves of garlic, and the zest of a lemon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull all of these herbs off their stems, and all of this stuff is gonna go in your food processor, blender, or if you can chop it up fine, however you do it. So this is what we're gonna use. We're gonna pull all these herbs off. Like if you have your rosemary, what you want to do is get your rosemary stalk and just scrape down. With your sage, you're just gonna pick the leaves. The food processor will do all of the cutting for you, and the same thing with your thyme. Just rake it off, okay? And then we're gonna use about a cup of kosher salt, and we're gonna blend all of this up and give us a beautiful green salt that we can season all types of meat with. So we're gonna add our salt into the food processor. It's about a cup of salt, cup and a half of salt. We're gonna put our herbs in there. And we're gonna zest 1 lemon, okay? And that's basically what you're doing on that zesting, just getting the top part of the lemon. You don't wanna go too deep, because then that's gonna be where the tartness is. So you just want that top layer, give it a nice citrusy flavor. I'm telling you, it's gonna go good on your lamb chops, steaks, chicken, duck, whatever you're cooking. Okay, we'll lock that in. We're gonna chop it up on high for about a minute and a half, and it's gonna be nice and good. All right. So guys, this is our salt. Pause. Back on. No, oh. All right, guys, this is our salt. You can see it's nice, flaky. Got a good aroma coming from it. You can smell the herbs, the sage, the rosemary, the thyme, the garlic. Simply the best. All right, it's gonna go on any one of your meats.
Today we are talking about caregiving while Black. Specifically, we're talking about dementia today.
My mom was the glue, if you will. It took all of us coming together, and it wasn't an easy coming together. Sometimes there was a lot of disagreement in what needed to be done. But when it came to my mom and the things that she needed to improve her outcomes, we came together and made it happen.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit asiaretirement.org.
The way in which Black preaching historically and even up into present age allows us to really be creative and stretch the conversation. What is God saying about this, not just historically or biblically, but what is God saying now? But the way I approach preaching is not just the call and response aspect of the dialogue, but I'm working through this issue theologically. Let's work through it together. I'm not coming to you with answers. This is what I'm struggling with, what I'm thinking about, what I sense the Lord doing. And in this conversation, let's see if you sense God doing the same thing or if you agree with me.
We have right here, we have 2 New York strip. We're gonna season this up with our rosemary salt, black pepper. We're gonna get it in our hot pan, and we're gonna show you how to do it in the pan. I know most people think, you need to do it on the grill, but I'm gonna show you how to do it pan-seared. The pan-seared New York strip steak. You're gonna get that all oiled up. You can use vegetable oil, olive oil, canola, whichever you want. And you put our rosemary salt on there. Our black pepper, we're gonna season both sides of this. Our black pepper. In the meantime, we got our pot on the stove, getting the heat. It's gonna be real hot when we get that steak on there, so we want that sizzle there, okay? Get it on that fat cap. All right, we let this steak sit out for about 30 minutes, get room temperature. So when we're cooking it, it's gonna be nice and juicy. All right, we'll be back. Okay guys, we got our hot pan. I'm gonna pour our oil in it. We got the grill marks in it. And the pan is ready for our steak. So what we're gonna do, get our steak. We're gonna put the cap side down first. We're gonna let that brown and reduce for about 2 minutes. All right, then we're gonna let that cook. We're gonna let that cook on 4 minutes on that side. We're gonna flip it over, let it cook 3 minutes. And we're gonna take it out of the pan, let it rest. Put out butter, thyme, garlic. Okay, so that's our steak. We got our steak going right now. That's our steak. Brown that for 3 minutes on one side. 4 minutes on the first side, and then we're gonna flip it over. Let it cook on the other side for 3 minutes. And then we're gonna promote even cooking in the steak. We're gonna have a nice brown exterior all the way around with a little bit of pink on the inside. Okay, so that first steak is ready to flip. First steak is ready to flip, and you got that nice caramelized bottom. You got a nice brown. You got the seasonings all browned up. It's gonna be a real nice steak. Okay, 3 minutes on one side, 4 minutes on the first side, 3 minutes on the second side. So we're gonna take it off, let it rest for 5 minutes. Cut the pan off. We're gonna add our butter, thyme, shallot, shell part. Set the pan on low. And let it get to a tone. Then we're gonna put our steak back in. We're gonna take it. Okay. Right now we're gonna turn our pan down to low. Our steaks have been cooking a total of 8 minutes. And now we're going to put that on our rack and let it rest. We're going to let it rest for 7 minutes. Halfway through that rest, we're going to flip it over. You don't want to cut that immediately because that's going to have all your juices from your steak run out, and it's going to make it real tough. So let it rest. We're going to flip it over halfway through that 7 minutes. Keep that juice in there flowing within those fibers, and it's gonna be out of sight. Okay. Okay, guys, we got our pan on low heat. Putting our butter in. We're gonna let that get to melting. Along with some shallots and our garlic. Okay, then we're gonna bring our steak. Once that starts to melt and foam up, we're gonna put our steak back in the pan and we're gonna baste it. We're gonna baste that steak on that low heat for about 4 minutes. Okay, guys, now what we're gonna do is bring our steaks. We're gonna put them back into that mixture. And we're gonna baste them. Baste them. All right, guys, our steak is done. We're gonna go ahead and slice into it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yes, nice, tender. Oh yes, I'm gonna love that. Nice. That's a wrap, fella. Be a beast in this kitchen, man. Look, go to my YouTube channel, Cooking with Flavor Carol. Like, share, subscribe to these videos. We're trying to reach 1,000 new subscribers this year, okay? Help a brother out. And look, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Cooking with Flavor KL. And remember, you can do whatever you do, but whatever you do, do it with flavor. Peace.